everyone, and welcome to another episode of Duke and Leon's School of Life. And I'm Duke, and as usual, I've got sad old Leon with me.
Sad old Leon? No, not today. I'm pumped.
You're happy?
I'm humped. I'm pumped. I'm humped and pumped.
What the fuck? What's going on? New meds?
No, I'm taking my meds with water. It's amazing. You can just swallow better.
It helps.
You swallow better. Yeah,
You're not choking.
I'm not choking.
Oh, these things are shit.
Well, I can't get fucked. Why are you fucking supposed to take these? No. It's all good. It's all good. Funny shit going on in the world. Did you hear about the in Moscow, the little boy playing chess with the chess robot, and the chess robot breaks his finger?
Why was the chess robot losing?
Yeah, so the boy takes a piece off the robot and then he goes to move his piece and the robot just slams down on his finger. And the funniest bit is it's like 4 attendants had to rush over and wrestle the robot off the boy.
Well, that's how it works in Russia. That's how it works. You fucking, there's no second chances.
Don't fuck with the robots. And then you got those idiots fucking robots. Jesus, I wouldn't stick anything soft near a robot. Speaking
of Russia,
yes.
I'd just like our viewers to know that our podcast is in the top 100 in Russia.
Yes.
I sent you that. Did you see that?
97, yes.
97. We've come in at 97. I'm thinking, and the problem is you can't get numbers from Russia. You can't get how many people have listened. So, but I'm thinking, you know what? We seem to be huge in countries where they don't speak English.
Yeah. The guy, you sent me something you read. It was someone who's farting for 5 years after he ate a ham roll. That's what you read.
Yeah, but the thing is,
that's what you fucking read.
I know, but the thing is, he bought a ham roll,
yes.
Ate it,
yes.
farted for 5 years, and now he's suing.
Now he's suing.
But the thing is, if that sets a precedent, everyone can sue when they fucking fart. You go to KFC, you do the KFC farts, which smell the best, by the way, and then you can turn around and sue them. You can sue people for farting now.
My mate, he should be eating a lot healthier than he does, right? They had not the stingers. Is it the stingers? The KFC
Zinger.
No, the tasty strips. What are they called? Something? I don't know.
Yeah, anyway.
They're tasty strips, right? So they got 5. They're on special, right? So he goes and buys 35, right? He buys 35 and he freezes them. Right?
Oh,
and then he said to me the other day, I went and saw my dietitian and she said, you're eating well. And I said, what did you say to your dietitian? You said, I eat a lot of chicken. Is that what you said? Or did you tell her the truth and say, I eat a lot of KFC? Because there's a big fucking difference between KFC and chicken. Oh, no, I just said I ate a lot of chicken. You fucking idiot.
I got a new invention.
Beautiful. What's that?
Presenting New Inventions with Duke and Leon. All right, so this new invention is they're like hearing aids, but they work the opposite way. What they do is they shut off sound. I call them deaf aids.
Deaf aids. That's beautiful.
Right? So what happens is you put them on.
Yeah.
And if you see your neighbour outside and they go to say hi, you just turn them on. And
as soon as the mouth moves, as soon as the lips start to move, that's it. Yeah.
It turns off all hearing. Your wife, you see your wife.
The key in the door. You hear the key in the door.
Put it on. But the beauty with the deaf aids is that it actually reads what they're saying. It can hear what they're saying. You can't, but it can hear what they're saying. And then it gives you a beep. 1 beep to nod, 2 beeps to shake your head or say no, right? So what I did is I thought I'd test it out on Gunter, right? So I gave Gunter a pair, and that idiot wanted to put them over his hearing aids. I said, no, you take your fucking hearing aids out and put them on.
Yeah.
So he did that, and he started talking to his wife Hildy.
Yeah.
And he must have gotten confused and nodded on the one beep instead of the two beeps, and so she slaps him in the face, which breaks his neck.
Oh.
Because he's so old.
Yeah, I know, and she's big too. She's fucking big.
Yeah, I mean, he's so old, it's broken his neck, you know, because she was saying to him, did you have an affair with the 90-year-old up the road? And instead of saying no, he said yes, because he got confused. So she slaps him in the face. Anyway, I go to see him. He thinks the first day he's dying. Yeah. And he goes, Duke, come here. So I lean in and he goes, tell Leon, don't worry about the $5. I'm like, okay, yeah. Anyway.
Did you record that? Is that written down somewhere? Please tell me it is.
But, you know, he thought he was on his deathbed, and all he thinks about is the $5 you owe him. Yeah. Anyway, I go and see him a couple of days later. Yeah. And he's pretty sprightly, you know. He's okay. He's pretty sprightly, and he said, don't worry. He goes, I've had the sore neck for years and years. Yeah. He goes, ever since they tried to hang me in Czechoslovakia. So then I put the deaf aids on while he was rambling.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, I'm glad. I think it'll catch on. And it's just.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I'm just nodding. I'm just hearing beep beep.
All right, I've got it's actually a real story, but it's like an FBI file.
Oh, okay.
But it's like a real one. I read it in the paper.
All the FBI files are real, I know.
What are you
fucking talking about?
I know they're real, but this one I did read about it.
This one you witnessed?
No, I didn't witness. So this film crew in 1929, right? They go to High Cliffy Island, which is somewhere off Australia. I'm not sure exactly where. And they find this indigenous tribe, right, of indigenous people, 300 people, right, on this island, High Cliffy Island. Mm-hmm. Then 4 years later, they return back to film them again, and the island's empty. Not one single person. It's a true story. You can look it up. It's a true story. Yeah. And I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty fucking insane. 300. And of course, there's like millions and millions of fucking like crazy people running around with conspiracy theories and shit. But I thought maybe, well, what do you reckon? What do you reckon?
How long?
So 1929, and then they went back in a very short period of time. The film crew to do and apparently some of that 29 footage you can see on YouTube, and they're very tall. They're very tall people, a lot taller than anyone else. They're just sort of weird. And of course, there's alien abductions and, you know, all sorts of things. And there was no...
I reckon they just thought, fuck these white guys.
Oh, really?
If they ever come back...
Yeah, they come back.
We head for the trees because we're so tall. We can climb up to the top of the trees and we'll just look down on the cunts while they're searching.
Oh, so you reckon they were there? And they were just hiding.
They were hiding.
Because they thought these cunts will just come and build freeways in a casino.
Yeah, and they're boring cunts too. They're boring. They wear clothes, you know.
And then
they don't want to fuck.
The head of the tribe said, you know what we really need? We need something we can just stick in our ear so we can't hear these boring cunts going on. Oh, well.
Death by Unga Bunga.
All right. Thank you. Well, I don't know. I think that there might... Because it says High Cliffy Island. So, I mean, that might be a hint. You know, it's a pretty dangerous place. Pretty dangerous place, you know, like...
High cliffs.
Hey, come over here and look at this. And then that's it. They're all over the cliff, and that was it. That's the end of it.
Or there was like a coconut... Someone was carrying a coconut. They're all walking along gathering food.
I think that's racist. All right.
How's that racist?
Well, why the fuck would it be a coconut? Why don't you say transistor radio? or
All right, they're all carrying a transistor
or a remote
radio.
control for a roller door. All right, why don't you say that?
That's racist.
Why is that racist? What?
That's racist because that is trying to appropriate their culture into ours.
I got a roller door.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're trying to say they're like us. I am giving them their own culture. They're carrying a coconut. They're carrying a coconut, and it's a sacred coconut. And one of them drops and it starts rolling, and they're all running after it, and then it rolls off the cliff, and they all go, ah! Save the sacred coconut.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, yeah, no, I'm guessing it could have happened. It could have happened. I don't know how well coconuts
What was
roll.
your theory again?
Well, that was...
Did you give us a theory?
Well, the same thing, but not like I didn't have the coconut.
Oh, the cliff.
You know, because, you know, I'm not a racist.
Maybe they were playing a game. Let's see. You know what? It was let's see how many people we can fit on this little ledge at the cliff.
or they were like...
And then as it's falling, they went 300!
Well, what about if like they were like us and they were just like obsessed with science and they were just watching a seagull one day and said, hey, how fucking hard could that be? Flying. Like fucking you just flap, you know? And then they all just run off and flap and didn't work because they didn't understand.
But as we know, kids that are listening.
Yeah, do not try that.
That doesn't work.
That doesn't work. Doesn't work.
No matter what Putin tells you.
That's right. Talking about robots and possibly Russians, I got this. This is true. I got this email, right? And normally I just click off, right, because it's just, you know. But this one.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I got to tell you an email. Yeah, go. Yeah.
Okay, so it's Ashley Green, right? So that's the Ashley Green. That's a pretty white Anglo name when you think about it, right? Mm-hmm. The subject is seeking a brand new pal to discuss one thing in deeper. Okay? One thing in deeper, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's weird because that's bad English, but it's not like someone who's learnt English badly. It's like it's AI or something, but, you know, like it's running on the wrong voltage. Do you know what I mean? It's just weird. Anyway, so it starts off with, I would certainly as if to neglect concerning my ex-boyfriend and am ready to obtain fucked through the first fella I encounter. I'm not the female you have actually consistently preferred to be. I am actually only looking to think pleasant and receive unclean. ... Here are my
that's you.
Here are
She's
my recent
receiving
photos.
unclean.
And it says, here's my recent photos, and I'm unsubscribed from the list. What the fuck? I was reading and I'm going, this is so bad. It's good. It's probably the best fuck up of English.
It's the best email you've ever gotten.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's
so
not,
did you reply?
No, fuck no. God, no. Oh, it's like, what is Ashley Green at clevisuniversities.info. Unbelievable. And it's like, I'm thinking, it's not written by someone who has bad English. It's written by a machine that has no fucking idea. Only looking to think pleasant and receive unclean. What the fuck is that? I mean, I don't even know. Even my imagination.
You can give her a whole lot of unclean.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, I got an email, right? That said, I haven't got. I shouldn't have deleted it. But
yes, you should have. That's good.
But it said something like, and it was in bad English, but I can't remember it word for word. But it said, "We have pictures of you through your camera masturbating.
Yeah.
Unless you send us $1,000, we will send these pictures to everyone in your email list."
Yeah.
So I emailed back And I said, before you do that, can I add a few more people onto the list?
I know.
And I got an email back.
Oh, what did it say?
It just said, what? With a question mark.
I really want to email back to them because I just love it. It'd be such abuse therapy. You know, you get abused by all these fucking idiots and you can't do anything because it's like, oh, you know, you got to maintain, you know, whatever. And I'm thinking you could abuse them. That would be like free sport, like a free for all. But I'm always worried about them, you know, like fucking up my computer or something.
Or retribution. Wasn't it you that was telling me the story that some guy was mucking around with them and then they rang him? They actually rang him and left a message on his answer machine?
Yeah, in the old days. That was real old days when the internet was just starting up and they got his fucking phone number and they left this abusive message on his phone.
Yeah, that's fucking dangerous, man.
And it was like, and that freaked the fuck out of him. Yeah. So, but the funny thing is that I get those too, and they always say I've got video of you from your monitor masturbating to porn, and I'm going to send it to everyone on your Facebook profile page or whatever. and unless you give me $1,000, you know, I don't have a camera on my computer, and I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. You know, so, you know, but anyway, it's funny.
But heaps of people fall for that.
Yeah.
Heaps of people fall for it.
Well, I told you before, we were talking about this before. Sometimes they give you the first half of like a password, you know, like just the beginning of the password.
That's right, beginning of your password.
Yeah, and it's like a password that you use quite a lot, and so
or they call you by your name, your first name.
Yeah,
they'll say, "Hi, Leon." Or hi, Duke.
Yeah.
And you think, how do they know my name? I must know this person. They really must have
sounds like someone I'd know. Blackmailing, pornography, blackmailing. That sounds like so many people I know, you know, which is guilt based, of course. And I've got a bit of an admission. I've been pursuing this. I call it a hobby, but I think it's sexist and racist. I'm torn. Because I can't stop myself. But you know, it's like masturbating in space, which we'll talk about later. It's something you shouldn't do, but it's just now it's in my head. I can't do it, and it's called the milk titty game. It's the milk titty.
The milk titty game.
I think we've talked about this before, but now it's become an absolute obsession. And what it is when I'm walking in public, which I do a lot, Duke. I do a lot. I look at women.
Yeah, because you've had your license revoked for DUI.
No, masturbating in a drive-through. Anyway, apparently it's illegal. Who would have thought? As we just
in your own car.
Yeah, in my own car. It's my car. Anyway, so the milk titty game. So when I'm walking around and I see women and I see their breasts, I imagine what flavour the milk would be in their breasts.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if I see someone with red hair, you know, pale skin, red hair, big boobies, I think, that'd be strawberry milk. Definitely strawberry milk. If I'm sitting across from a vegan or something, you know, and I'm talking to a vegan or something, I'd say, that's probably almond milk. Almond milk. If I see this Asian woman, she's got large breasts, I think, well, you know, to be like that, you know, those little gojo balls things that they, you know, and that would come out. Those little things would come out. So it'd be like almost like shooting. It'd be like almost like a weapon. Just go, these little jelly balls would be fire. You know, and then you see someone with beautiful caramel.
You're not masturbating now, are you?
Someone with beautiful caramel skin. Well, that's obviously caramel milkshake. You know, caramel milk. I don't know. What do you think? Is it bad? Is that bad? Am I evil?
You're not evil. You're just sick. You're just a sicko pervert, which is fine. As long as you're not hurting anybody else. Like you're not going up to them and putting your mouth on their titties, are you?
Well,
and saying, "Mama, milk, mama." You're not doing that, are you?
If I was, do you think I'd be sitting here? I'd be on remand, bail refused.
Look, as long as you're not hurting anyone, everyone's got their own little thing, you know.
Well, I was thinking maybe I should put some effort into making some glasses, like special glasses with like a filter so I can't see breasts. And if I wore them for about 6 months.
Have you seen those new
you know
specs?
What? Well, you know what the weirdest thing is? I'm lactose intolerant. Anyway.
So you'd be drinking their milk and farting at the same time. You go, mama, mama, oh, mama, mama. That's you're fucked. You're fucked. Have you seen those new glasses that they've got little cameras in them? Sunglasses have got cameras in them. They're selling them everywhere.
Yeah, well, I've had them.
So you can walk along the beach now and just film whatever you want to film.
Well, there's a whole YouTube that guys on YouTube. That's what they do. 40 minutes, they just walk along a beach. And I'm thinking, how the fuck, does someone come up to them and punch them, But they must have concealed cameras. So, yeah, it must be.
No, the cameras are in their glasses.
Yeah. No, I've seen them. I was thinking about buying them, but that it's sort of like, what's that? That's guilt by possession. So if you have them, like someone...
Is that a fucking law now?
Yeah. So if someone, like you're in your car or something, someone sits in your car and sees the sunglasses, picks them up and they got cameras in them like that, straight away you're a pervert. Do you know, what I mean? It's like, oh, yeah, right. So...
They can actually prove it now.
It's like...
So when your third wife... looks and sees you've got those sunglasses and she downloads everything that you've been looking at, all she sees is titties and hearing you going quietly under your breath going, mama, mama.
Well, the funniest thing was because I was walking past this old woman. She had really big breasts and I thought, you know what I thought?
Oh.
Buttermilk.
What?
Buttermilk.
Yogurt.
See, that's terrible. That's terrible on so many levels.
Yogurt. Speaking of old women, you know what happened to me? You know how after we were talking about my imaginary friend and the first time I had sex?
Yes.
With Sally?
Yes. Yes.
That night...
Yeah.
I don't know, it must have been because we were talking about it.
Yeah.
That night, I wake up to go and do a piss. Guess who's standing at the end of my bed?
Old Sally?
Old Sally.
Old Sally.
Old Sally.
And she's not happy. She's not happy, is she?
So now she's got, that fucked up bowl haircut that the old women have, and she's fat and she's ugly. And you know what she said to me? She goes, "You're the worst imaginary father ever."
Father?
Well, yeah, because when I had sex with her, when I was like 9,
yeah,
I must have imaginarily impregnated her.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You've got.
So she's saying your imaginary son is in imaginary jail. You imaginary cunt. And I said, "Hey, I'm a real cunt. I'm not imaginary."
I was about to say she yeah. But so does that mean you have like because you haven't obviously paid child payments or anything, child support?
That's right.
Child support. Does that mean you owe child support?
Well, I said to her, take an imaginary $1 million out of my imaginary account and just fuck off.
Take an imaginary 3 steps and go fuck yourself.
But this was the part that freaked me out.
Yeah.
As she's fucking disappearing.
Oh, so she did leave. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just started fading. And as she's fading.
As you're fading.
No, because I reached for my meds and took some, but all I found was a AA battery.
Oh, fucking be careful. Be careful.
Anyway, as she's fading, she looked at me and she said, "Leon's the father."
Oh.
So you've been fucking around with my imaginary girlfriend, you fucking cunt. Anyway, look, I told that to my...
Oh, yeah, to your who? To your fucking...
psychiatrist.
Your fucking therapist. That's what I was going to say. I had 20 missed calls from her fucking for 3 days straight. What the fuck? Is that what it's about?
No, because I tried to deflect and I said you were about to commit suicide.
Me?
Yeah, I said, please call him. He's about to commit suicide, just so I could deflect her off me.
And that's what you came up with.
And she said, oh, look, he's not even my patient. And I said, yeah, but now I've told you, you've got duty of care.
Duty of care.
And his family can sue you.
Yeah, that scares them.
So she's trying to ring you up. Go, oh, he won't answer the phone. I said, well, it's probably too late. I told you, it's probably too late.
Too late. Well, fucking ring her and tell her it's all right. She's probably all.
No, fuck her.
Fuck her. She never helped me.
We've got a new segment.
Okay.
It's called Man Court. So what happens is if we find someone, because, we're men's men, so we can speak on behalf of all men.
Yes.
And decide whether other men are real men.
Yeah.
And if we find someone who's teetering on the edge of manhood, we take them to Man Court and decide what we're going to do. Man Court.
Great.
Man Court is now in session with judges Duke and Leon.
All right. Who's our first defendant?
All right. So I don't think it even says his name. Oh, Char Gray, his name is. Char Gray, fucking hell.
No.
So this guy, what's it called? Desire.
Libido.
Libido.
His libido, yes.
Yes, his libido is way higher than his wife's. So his wife has allowed him to go and get a sex doll.
Okay, so first thing is, how old is he and his wife? What age are we talking about?
Oh, they're about 30. Oh, no, he's 23.
23. Well, that makes a big
23.
difference. If he was 80,
23.
If he was 80, it would be different. So 23. I'm just going to write this down. 23. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So he's allowed to go out and get a sex doll, like one of those fancy sex dolls.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
We're putting him on trial.
Yeah, fucking know.
Because he's come home not with a sex doll that looks like Ginger from Gilligan's Island, not with a sex doll that looks like Jeannie.
Yeah, all right, I get it. Yeah, yeah.
But not even a sex doll that looks like the hot chick that lives up the road. He comes back with a sex doll that looks exactly like his wife.
And she's agreed to this.
And if you look at the picture, which... I mean, you guys can't, but if you look it up, she actually looks a bit better than his wife.
Yeah, she looks a lot more sensible, I would think.
Is that what a real man would do?
All right.
That's a sellout.
Right. Wait, hold on. Let's just get some facts. Reiterate the facts. He's 23. His wife, he's got this problem about his libido's high, hers is low, or they're not synced. So like when he's watching Neighbours, she wants to have a fuck while she's cleaning out her toenails. He wants to have a fuck, so it's out of sync, right? Okay, that's the first thing. So the solution they come up with there must be a million different solutions, right? I mean, including prostitution, masturbation, medication. Well, there's a lot of Asians there, isn't there? Anyway, no, none of that. We're going to spend $5,000 on a robot doll. Or it doesn't say it's a robot, but a sex doll. So is that right? Have I summed it up?
That's right. Yep.
Okay, so I've written something down here. I've written something down here. I'm just trying to read it. I think it says fucking idiots. Oh, that's right. Yes, that's what it says. Fucking idiots.
Okay, but we're putting him on trial.
Yes.
For being a wimp and getting one that looks exactly like his wife.
Oh, is that...
Who would do that? Who would do that? What man would get a sex doll that looks exactly like his wife? That's the biggest wimp out I've ever fucking heard.
So the prosecution's case is based around the fact that the doll is not the fact that he got the doll, it's the fact that it looks like his wife.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
So I'm saying...
Yes. No, I'm
saying he's not a man. He's in man court, and my ruling is he's not a man. What say you?
Oh, 100%. He's a fucking idiot. And What? It's hard. I think it's hard to sort of. I mean, he's guilty, so we've already established that. So, what's the punishment? This is the hard bit.
I've come up with the punishment. I've come up with. I sentence him.
Yeah.
To at the next family gathering.
Like Christmas. Why not make it Christmas?
Okay, yeah, we'll make it Christmas. Christmas Day, this is how this is his sentence. Christmas Day, he has to sit there and he has to say to her parents and her friends.
Who the robots or his wife?
His wife.
Oh, his wife's family, yeah.
His wife's family. He has to say to his wife's family, he has to point at his wife and say, I've got a new nickname for her. And when they say, yeah, what is it? And he says, her new nickname is Tomorrow. And they say, why tomorrow? And then he has to say, because tomorrow never comes. That's his sentence. If he wants to get back into manhood, into being a man, he has to do that in front of the whole family.
So to become a man, he has to tell the family the worst joke possibly ever written.
That's right. He has to embarrass himself, embarrass her, embarrass everybody in there.
Okay.
Well, you got something better?
No, I just thought be more practical and something that was easier to do would be that he has to spend 6 months living with a tribe of chimpanzees and that'll teach him how to be a real man. Because he's not a real man. I mean, like that's shocking.
All right, bring the gavel down. Guilty. Speaking of baboons, that story that I sent you.
Yeah, I didn't read it. The lettering was too small.
You didn't read it?
I saw it. I didn't read it because the lettering's too small.
Yeah, but that's you know.
Oh, maybe. Do you think I can make it larger on my phone? Oh, right. I didn't realize that. Okay.
You fucking idiot.
But it's basically they're saying he's a gay baboon because he raped 5 men. Is that right? So they're assuming he's gay.
Villages.
So they're assuming he's gay because he raped 5 village men. Is that
the pose that he's doing? The picture of the.
Oh, that's it, is it?
Did you see the pose? Could you actually see that through your fucking bifocal?
Yes, I could see the pose. I don't know. I mean, if he was driving a Jeep Renegade and had a dog in the back, maybe I would have,
Let me read it because it's
all right, read it.
Pretty quick. Men at a village in the northwest. It doesn't say where.
I'm not surprised. Wow.
Are living in fear over a big male baboon that likes to grope and bonk human males. The baboon is said to have attacked more than 6 men in the past week. And what's baffling the villagers is the fact that the baboon only attacks guys and does not hurt its victims, but rather performs sexual acts on top of the terrified men. And leaves one victim, George something. This is badly written. Said, he pinned me down. I thought it wanted to kill me, but realised it was after my bum. George said 5 men were admitted to hospital after experiencing acute anal pains and fatigue. Doctors confirmed the men have anal cancer.
What?
That's what it says. Doctors have confirmed. So I don't know what's on this baboon's cock, but it's given men anal cancer.
And it was a newspaper. Does it say?
Yeah, this is a newspaper.
Does it say what newspaper it is?
No. The baboon, which has been nicknamed Somsy, travels alone. And this, according to animal behaviour specialists, is a strange occurrence because baboons are known to travel in troops. One specialist, Lizzie McKenzie, said the
Lizzie McKenzie. So what? This is in England, is it?
Said the baboon might be an outcast and chased away from its troop because it's gay. This is why it's travelling alone. But as to the reason for it attacking only males, it beats me. So she's just said it's gay, and anyway, okay. And she goes, I have never seen that behaviour in my 20 years in this field.
So how old is she? 21?
When journalists visited the village, all male school children were said to be wearing dresses as a preventive measure until the baboon has been dealt with. So there's a lot to unpack here.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And it's not. It's amazing that it doesn't actually tell you where it is, but going George and Lizzie. Jesus Christ.
It does tell you where it is.
Where is this? What, the far north?
A village in the northwest.
Oh, my God. Wow. All right, I might have to.
City Press is the name of the paper. City Press.
City Press, is it really? I'm going to write this. This would be my project. Try and find out where this intriguing baboon lives.
So we've got a gay baboon that's raping men.
Yes.
And giving them ass cancer.
Well, I can't see the connection between that. To me, it sounds like.
But you're not a doctor, are you?
Well, I was before I went to before I went to prison. I personally, what I'm thinking now is that it's some sort of like over the top Christian sort of paper that's writing this to scare people. You know how a lot of religions are homophobic. So that's what I'm thinking it is. That's what I would think. That's what I think. I don't think it's.
No, I think it's true. I don't know about the anal sex bit.
I mean
the anal cancer.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I see. That's just a little bit too over the top, and I think.
But what are these guys walking around with no pants on? Or is the baboon just ripping their?
No, they're probably running and they trip over and they're running and you know what it is? Because it's one of those villages that don't have elastic and they're running really fast and their pants fall down and you know when it gets around your ankles you trip over? So you trip over, face down, ass up, baboon, it's like an invitation, isn't it? It's like Grindr, isn't it really? That's what it is.
Well, yeah, because you're right, because there's a huge elastic shortage in the northwest.
In the northwest, that's right. Just ask George. George will tell you. He said, if I had fucking elastic, I wouldn't be sitting here like this.
All right, I got a letter for you.
All right.
I got a letter for you. Dear Duke and Leon, I love your show.
An idiot.
I have noticed, though, that your readers' letters are all tales of woe.
Oh, wow.
So I decided to write in with some good news.
Good.
I recently suspected that my wife was having an online affair. So I decided to look at her search history.
Ah, yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised to find what her last 3 searches were.
Yeah.
Sedatives, acid bath, and hacksaw. I am so happy that I no longer have to look over my shoulder and that I can finally relax.
Yeah.
Yours, Edmund Nightingale.
Yeah. Eddie, relax away, buddy. You got nothing to worry about.
In the bath.
Nothing to worry about. Just get in that
have a bath.
Go and have a bath. That's right. And while you're there, why don't you say, hey, well, why don't you just, would you like some toast? Here's the toaster.
Can you make this bath hotter? Really hot?
Fucking hell, what an idiot. What an idiot.
So what's your advice?
Run.
Real advice.
Run,
you've got duty of care now.
Run like hell, buddy. Run like hell. Get in the car if you own a car. You sound like an idiot, so you might not own a car. Catch a bus then. Just get the fuck out of there. That's my advice. Fucking hell. Red flags.
All right, I've got another quick letter.
Quick, we gotta go. This is look, it's the sun is going down.
I've got another quick letter. Dear Duke and Leon, a few weeks ago, I heard my mother-in-law say to my wife, "You can do much better than him."
Yeah.
The other day, I heard her say, "What are you doing? Get rid of that loser."
Loser. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's big. That's big.
I think my mother-in-law is in love with me. I'm sure she's trying to break us up so she can have me to herself. What should I do?
Big dose reality. That's what I think. Go get a hammer, smack yourself in the head once, and just rethink, reposition yourself there. A bit of concussion. I think a bit of concussion will clear up a lot of things. What do you think the mother-in-law looks like?
What they all do, frumpy, helmet, haircut,
Angry.
bowl haircut,
Angry.
couple of warts.
No. Couple of warts.
Look, test it out. I think when she's asleep, go into a room and just start stroking her legs. Start stroking her legs and say, "I love you, mummy. I love you." And see what she does. What could go wrong? I mean, it could only be positive. She might just say, "Oh no, I think you've got the wrong eye." It's not like she's going to scream and call the police. Yeah,
she's not going to do that.
If she opens those
legs,
ham shanks, just roll her in dough and look for the wet spot.
Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now, ask Leon now.
Okay, this is from Emma.
Emma.
In Cornwall, England.
Yes.
And she asks Leon, do you prefer innies or outies on a woman's vagina?
Innies.
Have you ever experienced like a bad case of the outies?
Only on the internet.
I met this girl. Her outies were so out.
Yeah.
She could actually wiggle them like, how people wiggle their ears?
Yeah.
They look like ears.
Yeah, I think I've seen her on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah. It looked like a
yeah, I know. Yeah, Dumbo.
Badly packed kebab. There's meat hanging out everywhere.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that.
I'm not going to be sexist like you, and I'm going to say both. Any, as long as outies don't interfere.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, you in moments that involve more science than emotion, you need less distraction as possible.
That's right.
Like I think if you were landing the lunar lander on the moon, and you're trying to fight and trying to you wouldn't want a naked woman lying on a beach towel masturbating, right? You wouldn't want that.
Yes.
Because you would divert from the purpose. Too distracting.
You
smash the fucking thing into a rock.
Yeah.
So I think when you're in that position, in that situation, you no distraction. Just focus. Focus on what you're doing. And then later on, if you do want something to distract you, like some freak show or something, just go on the internet.
Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now, ask Leon now.
All right, everyone.
Thank you so much for listening, especially all our friends in Russia and everyone else, Romania, and the guy next door who keeps waving to me. Stop! What the fuck?
All the non-English speaking countries.
Yeah, that's right.
That love us.
That's it. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.